are we supposed to fight a giant?
We don't. We run.
Where? There is water on all sides.
Ado, begging your pardon for the mess, sir. We are still recovering from the storm. We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps? Have a look.
And then run in circles. Merle, leave me in peace.
I'm here. Something must be wrong with my vision. No matter how much I blink, I cannot make out more than blurry lights in the darkness. But you are quite blinding. Dead? Oh, but this is terrible. Hikera, I will follow. You are hard to lose sight of.
Attack! Of course. Yes? Okay.
Nothing but endless grime mist. This is not the afterlife I was promised. You seem to know where you are going. Clearly, the intelligent thing is to follow you, yes?
I'll take care of this. I'm here, indeed.
A basket, sir? To carry all sorts of things.
I have had it shown to me on a map, the lands at the edge of the world. I did not ever think to meet a man from such a place. They told me what became of your ship. I say again that you are lucky. It is the only ship that survives. I could protect Port Mage, or else its ships, but not both. Perhaps Clario thinks I chose poorly. Yes, one of the old titans, say the priests. Andra is angry. The why, our priests do not know. I am only glad it has journeyed elsewhere. Aethys. Is it redemption you seek, then? You risk much to chase a god across the sea. The Dawnstars, too, wish to meet this god. What if he does not wish to be found? Yes, but it will take Clario's assistance. Convince him, and I will aid you. Good. Then that is settled. May Amira's winds blow sweet. Akira, do not all people trade for the same reason? The Valians have brought us guns, medicine, wine, and food. Some of them we have even convinced to help with the canoes. My people have come to enjoy these things. The medicine has helped many of the children recover from fever. We gain from this peace. So long as Clario keeps his company masters away, we lose little. the light, and you shall be redeemed.
Sei futtito! Maudicchio! I did not sign up to be burned!
Idling, that's what. Making ourselves feel all requited. We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Here, I'll light them all at once. The ones I dreamed died. I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism. Sure did. I get those kind of dreams sometimes. The ones that turn out true. Nightmares, more like. Terrors that come true. Had 'em since I was a little girl on the farm. Guess Gone was speaking to me even then.
Some of our brethren suffer from these visions more than others, while some of us, favorably, have none at all.
It ain't a curse. It's a blessing. A mark of the divine. I knew it! Gone's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul. There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Jyoti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wingleth, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gone bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours? So you can see souls? That's a handy talent to have. I know my harvesting would benefit from it. And here you are, following my God. Watcher, will you take me with you? I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it. You won't regret this.
Hey.
At least take care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
So don't tell her. What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Can we talk? Hey. The Children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here. There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around, see if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple. All right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room. I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
You watch over her, you hear? That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hands.
For God's sake, I don't need Nanny in Wanglith. I've reaped more with my 2 hands than you'll dream in a lifetime.
And you've pride in that? Do you see why she needs guarding? You must shield her light. Do not let her lose it or her life. Do you seek a blessing from the light? If it's a fellow missionary you seek, then you might talk with Nordegand at the temple in Neketaka. She's been around a while, knows more of us than most anyone else.
Of course. Yes? I shall.
Fresh fish! Race you to the coral.
No contest.
What? Just because you have webbed fingers and I can't swim?
You are a strange man.
I'll handle this. What can I do for you? Certainly. It may not have the grandeur of Ostia or Enchense, but I am proud of what we have created here. We've established strong supply lines, and our research rivals any performed in the Republics on better days. They keep to themselves for the most part. We have little reason to interfere, and any Huana willing to work are paid for it. We get a few of those. Perhaps village life is too simple for them. They say things are very different under Queen Onekaza II. Chia's Ikawa is one of the last holdouts. It works fine for our purposes. She is easier to negotiate with. Scouts reported finding Engwithan ruins along with a promising Adra vein, and the locals were welcoming enough. Any venture of this size is difficult. Even so, the hard part was not convincing people to join out there. You'll find yourself a rarity. It is an interesting feeling. The lands here belong to the Huana for now. If you ask the Royal Deadfire Company, that will not last. Dispatched by the Ranganui of Rawatai himself. That would be their emperor or king, perhaps. If you have any questions at all, really, at your pleasure. Yes? Something you need?
Hey.
Sure.
Watch your weight. If you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls. Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light. Mighty kind of you.
This here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather around now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
Figured I might. It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Aethys dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can. We'll keep them safe until Gon returns to Hell and can take them into his divine embrace. I'm keeping lost souls. And here. And that's all I care to say for now.
Well, don't see why not. Could be a fight.
Than Roth.
Onward! Charge!
Not even close.
Attack! Control yourself! Onward!
What can I do you for? I hear you.
Could be a fight.
Charge! I'll take care of this.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
are saved!
Me and the Watcher? We're always happy to help.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valiant.
Caloste! You are here, and that is what matters. He is still in the ruins, we think. We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim, the ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
The Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous Adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar. Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth...
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Oderisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide. Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp. If you're going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
Hey, he looks just like...
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
We then decided it would be better to preserve our remaining supplies, in case we ever got out.
And when the supplies ran out?
I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engfirth is willing to go.
I would be happy to assist. I don't think that's really...
He has only been with us a few weeks. He is inexperienced, but he came with a glowing recommendation from an academy in Selona.
That is surely a generous overstatement. Surely we don't have time for...
A pupil of unnatural talent is the phrase I recall. It seems he was loved and regarded by almost all his instructors, though misunderstood, I gathered, by his fellow students.
I cannot imagine why.
Really, this helpful stranger surely has more important things to worry about. That's quite a...
Students come from all over the world to study animancy in the Republics, especially since it is still forbidden in places like Adir.
But Engfirth's story is especially sad. He was only a boy when both his parents died in a fire.
He came to the Deerwood and lived at the manor of a wealthy older uncle until he also died. In a fire.
If that's all, then perhaps we should be off.
Be careful, I'm Miko.
I shall try. Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island. Indeed.
Indeed. I'm here. I'll handle this.
Poor fools. They were unprepared for this. I see the wits of them.
Than raw.
Feels like poison.
Lavaru beyond sick.
Never you mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
Oh? Indeed.
I'll take care of this.
Looks like trouble.
Onward!
Worth and rough.
takes aim at me? Mm-hmm. All right.
Tread cautious.
Yes, of course.
I'll handle this.
That's Odorisi.
I think that's the guy we're looking for. Sure holding on to those papers tight.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Audra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable, but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
You concentrate, peering into the Audra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Audra itself, a churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Angwithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Audra Pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories, mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Audra. Like all Audra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Aethys. The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Audra far in the distance. it shines even more brightly in the in-between than Aethys. From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your mind.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks, you can feel the presence of your own soul, slumbering deeper in the gyre. You reach out to the lost souls, but the incredible power flowing through Aethys' body repulses you. Not even your Watcher powers can penetrate the massive tides of energy crashing through him. The souls sense your efforts and attempt to breach the surface of Aethys' body, but are instantly pulled back down into the deep well at the statue's heart, as though they were pried from the edge of a great precipice. Aethys' stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots, until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy, mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a Watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Aethys' brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Aethys' massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord. The tether carrying energy from the Adra pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
Time cannot stop for any of us, Watcher. Even me.
Aethys yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Adra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them. The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Angwithan arena. The world is sideways, the Adra pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Adra pillar. Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Adra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
You all right? Come on, we just got you back. I heard you say that before. Had something to do with a 2,000-year-old lunatic talking to you in your dreams.
I've seen you commune with souls of the dead, but this looked altogether different. What happened?
Really? I knew it. I mean, that's great, Watcher. Ain't it? What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
How hard can it be to find in a chain of thousands of islands?
I wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen, they leave a mark on your soul. I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
I'll handle this.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher? All of them? Really?
Watcher, we'd like to come with you. You have our thanks. We appreciate that you showed us the way to the Adra. But what if it goes dark, before we reach the Beyond?
Can I harvest the souls now? Thank you for aiding my mission, Watcher. I just knew you'd help me if I followed you.
Thank you, Watcher.
Oh? I shall.
Got the decency to... All right. Mm-hmm.
I'll take care of it.
We will remain here to see
We
to our
should build
dead.
more of these cages, I think.
Yes? Something you need? At last, Belfetto, tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know. I see. And the work? Odorisi's notes? Was there nothing of his research? You did. Gods be kind. Belfetto! Belfetto! We are saved! That is, Odorisi's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing. You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Eothas, and you still insist on looking for him? He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this? No, that much has been made very plain to me. So be it. Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here, why everyone is here in truth. The Vailian Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Neketaka. Queen Onekaza II rules there at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first. The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all. I have not forgotten. We will get you to Neketaka. And for that, you need your sheep. I'll arrange it with Ikawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need. Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart. Bompiaco, it is only right, after all you have done for me. I won't keep you further. You have a long and very strange journey ahead. Some advice. After you have had your audience with the Queen, seek out the Valian Trading Company. They make their headquarters in Neketaka, and the company always appreciates good help.